I'm McCauley at Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York. Now, I just told the videographer, I just called the videographer baby. So some of the new members might say, wow, she really is partial to that new other member. And this is my husband, for those of you who don't know, AKA the first Pray It Off member. Yeah. And here we are, Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York, and I'm McCauley. And I wanted to give you 21. Not 10, not 15, but 21 achievable New Year's resolutions for your health. 77% of people after 1 week are still on track with their resolutions. But after 6 months, only 40%. I think that statistic's kind of high. I think after 6 months, we'll be lucky if a couple people are sticking to their resolutions. And why resolutions fail is because they're so vague. People say, well, I joined Pray It Off and I want to lose weight and I'm going to go to the meetings. But if you make it more specific, I want to lose 10 pounds by June 8th. Now, you might want to lose 20. You might want to lose 30. You might want to lose 100. That ain't going to happen. But what you have to do is say, I want to lose 10. Anything over that is gravy. So you have a specific goal, 10. Then you say, how am I going to get that goal? I'm going to drink water. I'm going to get a Fitbit or a pedometer. I'm going to start tracking my steps. And whatever I do one day, I'm going to try to do 500 more the next day, 1,000. You got to have a plan. So you set these goals either in your mind or on paper. And then what you do is you start being prepared to reboot your diet. It's January 5th. If you still have cookies, fudge, ham, I swear there's nothing you can't put on the break table at work that people won't eat. There's nothing. You could say, these cookies are so hard, the only way I can eat them is if I dunk it in coffee, but you lay them on the break table and you'll see someone over there breaking their teeth on them. I took it. We had a lot of company and they would bring things and I was gracious, thank you, a whole thing of fudge. I brought it into work and people were eating it like it was the last piece of fudge in the universe. Take it to work. Get it out of your house. Be prepared. So often, people think when they join or start a weight loss plan that eating healthy is the same thing as misery. Oh, poor me. I have to watch what I eat. I have to say no to cookies and candies. And you know, one person said to me, you know, Ellen, did you have a nice holiday? Because I know how you like to deprive yourself. And the funny thing is, I don't like to deprive myself, but what I found was I had a beautiful holiday, one of the most blessed ones ever. And I ate great. When you are eating healthy, you can eat wonderful foods. Did I have candy? No. I didn't want candy. I did have on New Year's Day a little seltzer water with a little bit of vodka in it because I told myself I would do that, and then on my vacation I might have a couple more cocktails. And then my brother-in-law's birthday was New Year's Eve and Bob had a little sliver of cake and I said, can I taste it? I tasted it to see if it was worth a little sliver of cake. Did you ever get a piece of cake and while you're eating it go, this isn't worth it. Why am I eating this cake? It's not worth it. So he had this little sliver of cake. I took a bite. I said, you know what, Bob, I think it's worth it. So I had a little sliver of cake and it was delicious and I loved it. And it was the first cake I had in a year and I enjoyed it and I still stayed the same. So you can eat better. It doesn't have to be misery. But the most important thing is to figure out why you want to lose weight. If you have a heart condition and you're worried about your blood pressure, if you're worried about cholesterol, if you're worried about knee surgery, if you're worried about any kind of health-related issue, isn't that a good reason to lose weight? If you look at your grandchildren and you imagine them with their cap and mortar on and they're 2 years old and you want to be there to see it, isn't that a good reason? I think we need to find out the reasons why we say no to the cookies. Then they'll be easier to say no to. Don't focus on subtracting food. I'm not lying when I say when I switched, and again, for people who don't know, in March, I switched to no dairy, no gluten, no sugar. And since March, I have eaten more food than I think I did the 6 years before. Because I have salads with chicken and fish, and I have eggs and nuts and fruit, and I eat that all with gusto and make noises, yum, yum, yum. I love it. So it can be joyful. Do a kitchen cleanse. Take those snacks to work. You don't care about those people anyway. No, I'm only kidding. You like those people, but you don't care if they eat your fudge. Now, if you say to me, Ellen, I know you say 3 meals a day is enough and I don't need a snack, but I gotta have a snack. Guess what you can have for a snack, everyone? An apple. A serving of nuts. You might say, but I really, you can have hummus and pita chips or a pear or pistachios. But if you don't plan for it and it becomes fixated in your mind, the next thing you know, you'll be at the vending machine getting chips or a candy bar. Plan for the snack attacks. Also, you have to do some sort of exercise. For 9 complete years, I have said every Thursday, you have to do something. One person tonight said that right after Christmas, their daughter said, let's go to the gym, you can be my guest. And this person never went to the gym, didn't think he would like the gym. Ever since then, he joined and he goes an hour and a half every day and he loves the gym. If you got to try something new, you've got to do something that's a permanent lifestyle change. But take it 1 week at a time. Don't say, oh, just the mere thought of watching what I eat the rest of my life is daunting. Say, what can I do 1 week? Also, make bets with yourself. Say, you know what? If I lose 2 pounds by next week, I'm going to go get a pedicure. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Because I gave Bob a pedicure and he thought it was the greatest thing he ever had in his life. And that's what I was afraid of. He loves it. Now he's like, you go into the nail studio, you need company. So the thing is, promise yourself a pedicure, promise yourself something. But here's something else. If you don't lose 2 pounds, say, I can't watch TV for a week. Give yourself a really big punishment. Can anyone here not watch TV for a week? Couple people. That's a good punishment then for most of you. Also, say no to something every week. And what I want you to do is write it on your log. So somebody at work comes in and they made these beautiful cupcakes and you say, oh, no, thank you. Maybe I'll try one later because you don't want to hurt their feelings. And then you write on your food log, said no to a yummy cupcake. Just do it so it's on there. Say no to something. Also say no to someone trying to overextend your time. That's a lot of times when people get in trouble because they're so stressed out, they're so busy doing so many things. Say no to one thing. Say, someone wanted me to chair a committee and I said I'd love to, but I said no. Said no to committee chair. Write something you say no to. Take a time out daily. One of my greatest times out is my drive to work in the morning. I leave the house at 6:30. I pull into the on-center parking lot at 7:10. I go the back roads. And that whole 20 minutes, I have a conversation with God. I'm like, here we go, Lord. Wow, this sky's beautiful. Thank you. I don't pray. I don't say like praise such as Hail Marys or Our Fathers. I talk to God. And when I started doing that, I found how wonderful that He cares enough about Ellen that He's listening to my conversation. And then sometimes I'm a little quiet, wondering if He's going to speak to me. And I went back to work on Tuesday, and I was a little anxious. You know, you have a few days off, and you go back. And I got through Tuesday, and I said to Bob, I was a little anxious today. I just felt, oh. And then on Wednesday driving to work, I said, Lord, I felt a little anxious yesterday. I'm going to give you that anxiety. I want you to turn it into a gift of love that I can give someone today. And someone came into the office, and I won't go into the specifics, but they were in a very difficult situation, and it wasn't really anything our office handles, but the front desk person called me out, And I was able to give, I said to this person, wait right here. And I went in and I started looking up all this stuff, and I came out with a list, and they called me today and said, thank you for taking the time. I did get some help. And I felt like God took my anxiety to help this person. I could have said, oh, that's not in what we do here, but they needed something. And that's what I think God's calling us all to do. Also, try meditation. You know how our office does those free classes, and I'm going to be bringing in catalogs with the new courses. They're going to be kick butt this session. One's on meditation, one's on yoga, and they're free. And I will bring them in as soon as they're out. Also, you got to get to sleep, everybody. I mean, Vince comes home for college. We have a 21-year-old son. And so, you know how they are. 10 o'clock, things start hopping. And at 10 o'clock, Bob and I will go, we're snoring. So, especially on a work night. So he's like, what are we going to do now? And it's 9 o'clock. I says, we're going to get our pajamas on and go to bed. I don't know what you're going to do. So you got to make sleep a priority. Also, if you're computer savvy, get an app to track your food. Get an app to check your exercise. There's so many free apps out there. Do more with Google. I Google everything. I'm the queen of Google. If I say, what's up with that? Google. Everything's Google. If you have a question on a food or question on something, Google it. Share your battle. That's what we do here at Pray It Off. We share our battle. We share our victories. We share the struggle. And it is hard, but there are worse things that are more difficult. I lost one of my high school friends on New Year's Eve. He got a cancer diagnosis a few weeks ago, and on New Year's Eve he passed away. And I'm thinking, wouldn't he give anything to be in our shoes right now? And wouldn't his family give anything to be with him? We're lucky and we're blessed, and we can't forget that. I'm going to stop right there.